Hello Leos, welcome to your August 2015 tarot reading. This is for the mid-month, running roughly from the 15th to the 31st of August. So let's see what we have here for you. Okay, two cards. Alright, so the first card here, the heart of the matter, is the Ten of Swords, which is, not my favorite card, but let's see. It's crossed by the Four of Cups here. So I'm going to actually pull out a few more cards, at least, on the left and right hand, just to see what you were contending with in the past in order to create this situation. Okay, so in the past position, we have the Eight of Cups in the reverse, which is engaging with another person, a situation from your past, despite your better judgment. So I do feel that energies from the past coming through, and I do sense for a lot of you, okay, so if this is a love situation, I feel like it might be for a lot of you. You were kind of like lacking in options. I do feel, with this card here, this is like wanting a lot of love, wanting a lot of affection, and wanting, to feel like elated and to feel complete in a love situation. If you're looking at the water here, there is a heart here. This is like looking for that ideal partner. The ideal partner didn't come along, or at least, somebody came into your life and made you promises, and they didn't really follow through. So I do feel it's sort of like somebody hyped themselves up, and on the surface, they seem like, they were your ideal partner, and they made plans with you, and it feels as if, you had a future together. And I do feel that they left you high and dry in the recent past as well. And as a result, you might have gone back to somebody from your past whom you knew was going to leave you high and dry as well, whom you knew was not like the best option for you. But I do feel an energy of going back to the past, and as a result, there's a little bit of a troublesome energy associated with it, okay? And I know that for the beginning of, the end of July and also the beginning of August, it is birthday month for a lot of Leo. We also have, Venus in retrograde. So there's a lot of like exes and, people from your past circling through. But I do feel that you're hoping for this brand new partnership. You were promised, a lot of... you're looking at the new person in your life with a lot of promise, with high expectations, and I do feel they were reneging on their promises and they left you hanging. So, you're dealing with the aftermath by looking for rebound is what I'm sensing for a lot of you, which is problematic all the way around. So let's just see here. Okay, a lot of you were dealing with air signs, and air signs are Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra, okay? The air sign is showing up in the upright position, so I do feel that they made promises with you, or there might have been a situation in which, as a fire sign, you are very enthusiastic, and you are very you are very amorous. And I do feel air signs in general are usually emotionally blocked. They have emotional depth, but they don't really show it up front, and a lot of a very strong pursuit scares them off, okay? So this is just something you want to be careful about. And the picture that I'm getting is this, okay? So you're dating again, and at this point you're feeling quite good about, you're narrowing down your choices. You're feeling quite good about who it is that you want to date and who it is that you want to be with, for a lot of you. And this air sign came into the picture, and so this air sign came into the picture, and they're very, very dynamic. They're very intelligent. Air signs are usually intelligent. They're very dynamic. They came into the picture, and you saw a future with them. They met all your expectation. They, checked all your entire list of criteria. And you're just very, very enamored by this person, and you see yourself building a future with this person. You feel very balanced, but what's in your environment that you're not aware of is the air sign is off doing his or her own thing, okay? Air signs are very, very individualistic, and they actually it's hard to keep this person in a stable relationship. So I do feel that's where the heartache is coming through from your end, or at least the realization that, I have high hopes and expectations for this person, but they see their life without me. Okay, so that's going to help you at least narrow down your romantic options so that you can pursue ahead and invest in people who are a little bit more solid. Okay, so instead of going back into your past and looking for rebound because you're disappointed by this air sign, I do feel the air sign is honest with you because he or she is in the upright position. They are very individualistic, and I do feel that when you were interacting with them, you might have hyped up the expectations. Okay, it's not that they're deceiving you. I do feel that you hyped up the expectation. At the same time, if you're not dating an air sign, if you're more involved in like a business partnership, I do feel that they're going to carry through, and they're going to like hold up their end of the bargain to make sure the project, the joint situation comes out, and it has at least you will reap the benefits of it. Okay, so I do feel new beginnings when it comes to work relationships, and especially like work projects. In terms of love, it still can work out if this is the brand new air sign that hasn't really disappointed you yet, because I do sense you just have to be very, very realistic. Okay, because I do feel that you're jumping the gun here. It's not that they're jumping the gun. It's more that you have really, really high hopes and expectations for starting new relationships, and you're kind of like you're so caught up in the whirlwind of it. You're so caught up in, I guess you're so caught up in the potential of it that you're not really, you're not, okay, so too much pursuit scares them off. Okay, so that's the only advice I can give you. That's the strongest message coming through. So, let the courtship play out. Give them enough time to do their own thing. And I do feel the air sign that you're dealing with has a lot of fire within them as well. So you both are very compatible. You hit it off really well. But they're very, very independent, very individualistic, because an air sign with a lot of like a very strong fire element is problematic. Not that they're problematic. It's just they're very fiercely independent. Okay, so something to keep in mind. So in terms of what's coming in here, we have the Seven of Cups in the reverse position. So, the fact that they're in and out of your life, and they're very individualistic, I do feel that you can at least narrow down your options on the romantic front, on the social front, on the work front, so that you don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I do feel a lot of you are diversifying your assets. Okay, so what I mean by this is there's a lot of swift communication coming through from multiple people to your end, and you're kind of like lighting the way as to what projects, what people, or which people you're trying to move ahead with. I do feel from your external environment there are a few people who are not truthful. Okay, so for Leo men who are single and are on the dating front, I do feel that you want to be discerning, and you want to be very, very cautious about the choices that you're going with, because I do feel everybody else has like options on their plates, and they're not being truthful, mainly because we do have the Empress in the reverse position. So for I guess Leo women who are on the dating front, same message applies. However, I do feel that the men that you're encountering they are in fact looking for relationships. They tell you that they're looking for relationships, and I do feel deep down they are looking for relationships, but I do feel that they're not, going to turn down a one night stand like a fling. And they tell you that they want like a very proper, lady, but they're also very physically attracted to, I guess loose women, if you can call it that. So I do feel there is like a discrepancy between, like what they ultimately want down the line, which I feel like they're pretty serious and they're pretty honest with you about. But in terms of like short-term gains, they're going to like take the mindset of, I'll take what I can get. So that's the energy you're dealing with, because I do feel a lot of like sexual energy in general for a lot of Leos. So it's sort of like, I'll take what I can get. And when it comes to, for women, Leo women when it comes to the men that you're interacting with, okay? Because it's a very amorous, last 2 months of last 2 weeks of August, okay? So ultimately they do want serious relationships if that's what you're looking for, but they also will entertain, one night stands as well, okay? So keep that in mind. And then for Leo men in general, I do feel that communication from other people is a little bit deceptive. So, ask important questions, okay? So your hopes and expectations for the next 2 weeks is, you want this soul union. You want decisions to come in very, very swiftly, and you want communication to be, um, to be finalized. You want results. You want to be in a relationship, and ultimately you want that partnership where you can have one another's back, where you don't have to over explain yourself. So you want this harmonious, ideal type of relationship. It is a little bit problematic here because I do feel that for those of you involved with the air sign, the relationship itself is going to be, unstable. Okay, so right off the bat, I do feel that. For those of you who are involved with fire sign, we do have a fellow fire sign coming through, towards the outcome. I do feel a lot of compromises will have to be made, but ultimately you are given a brand new beginning with them, okay? The thing is, this fire sign is, fire signs are like a fellow Leo. It's also an Aries or Sagittarius. So for those of you who are getting like love messages from this fire sign and you're thinking about dating them, I do feel there is like lack of attraction is what I'm sensing right off the bat, but it has the potential for a long-term and at least a stable relationship, okay? Because judgment does bring about completion, and it also brings about, a new phase in your life. So if they're not exactly your type off the bat, I do feel that their personality would more than make up for it, because it at least shows somebody who's very sincere, who's very stable, who's very like-minded too, because it's a fellow fire sign. So for those of you who are looking and who are hoping for this situation, I do sense that if you're looking for love and relationships and stability, I do feel it is around the corner, and a new love situation is going to come into the picture for you, okay? So hang in there for the rest of the next 2 weeks, and I do feel you're going to be quite happy and pleased by the end of the month, because at least old energies are going to be weeded out of your life, and new energies are coming through that is more conducive for true love and sincerity when it comes to communication in general. All right, so Leos, take care of yourself, enjoy the rest of your birthday time, and if you would like a private reading, please contact me at temperatestar@gmail.com. My website can be found in the description box below, and I will talk to you soon. I hope you enjoy the rest of your August 2015. Thanks for watching.